This is a job advert for an office manager by Corinthia Hotel. Now let's have a look to see if it's fit for purpose and what HR pitfalls they may experience along the way. We go into about the job and the job advert, and I think this is brilliant. The intro sounds a little bit like this. Our heart, head and hands play a part in everything we do. By caring about the art of hospitality and perfecting every detail, we work together to uplift the lives of others. And I think this is brilliant. This is such an engaging intro because it talks about its why. So I would expect that like-minded people who align with these values will apply. So good work, Corinthia. Next, it goes on to talk about the hotel chain, and I think this is brilliant for people who don't know about the hotel. And then a general explanation of what the role will include. It says this position entails multifaceted responsibilities, and I think that's very usual for an office manager role. But let's look at the specific duties. I've highlighted 3 that I think are potential red flags, and I'll explain why. The first responsibility that they'd expect in this office manager is providing comprehensive administrative support to executives, including diary management, scheduling appointments, coordinating meetings, and making travel arrangements. And the next one is working closely with, covering, and supporting of other PAs. Now, this just reeks PA duties. This has nothing to do with office management. While they did explain that it's a multifaceted role, I wouldn't advertise this role as an office manager role. I think it's quite obviously working with the PAs. And another indication to that is the reporting line. This role says it's reporting to the Chief Strategy Officer and liaising closely with the PA of the group. Once again, this tells me that this is more of a PA role. I see it to be unreasonable that an office manager would have to report to the group CEO or the PAs. I would expect a company of this size to have some middle management where the office manager can report to the middle management on a day-to-day basis. The CEO is far too removed in this line of duty. The next one we have a question mark around is property management. Yes, while an office manager role is very varied, however, there's a question mark around the volume of property management. If this is a huge part of the role, then this could be effectively a separate role. Therefore, some training would need to be provided. Next, we want to look at the duties that are expected in the office, and I think this is very reasonable. Things like ensuring the readiness of the reception area for each working day, greeting visitors, mail, courier management, etc. Again, all very usual duties as part of an office manager role. However, one of the requirements is questionable. Yes, asking for 5 years experience is reasonable. However, asking for at least an A-level standard of education is a bit of a red flag to me. This doesn't have a lot to do with the role because there are thousands of people who are super qualified for a role like this but won't necessarily be educated to an A-level standard. So what this company is doing is deterring away good quality candidates. I think with these small tweaks, this company can attract the best talent and be able to manage them and retain them at the same time.